Yeah, Storm on Kerrigan. We've got Phoenix and we've got Abathur over on the other side. Ranish on Kerrigan as usual. We got Frennick, and I think they haven't mixed up anything. See, Strifecrow always goes right here. He goes to this little forest. I always got to go check up there. Strifecrow on Vorazun. We have 4 people up to tier 1. Look at this. Tier 1, tier 1, tier 1, tier 1. All the tier 1s, ladies and gentlemen. Moving and rolling. Frennick going to be playing the Dahaka. We'll have our first lane matchup will be Kerrigan versus Vorazun. Our second lane matchup will be Phoenix versus Dahaka, and our third lane matchup will be Abathur versus Kerrigan. Now that is something we're going to want to keep an eye on. Kerrigan is going to be able to win that early game against Abathur quite handily. I'm interested to see if Untold Pain is going to do the same thing, and if they do the same thing, are we just going to see Ranish mass Muta? I'm not entirely sure. I think the Muta would deal with that quite well. We'll keep our eyes on the upgrades for now. 4 people on tier 2. Mid control goes over to Team Old Guard. We do see the micro right now. The micro from Ranish trying to keep Kerrigan alive. Scan goes down. It is a scan over here actually to see what's going on. Strifecrow gets scanned. They see... Where's that scan? Here we go. So they're seeing 1 gas apiece here. 1 gas apiece for everybody, actually, both teams. Second gas goes down immediately after scan for Ranish. Very greedy and aggressive play from Ranish. And now they know these DTs are gonna be here. They scan the DTs. Will we see an upgrade here? Will we see an upgrade to be able to spot this? That's the question. Or are we gonna have, I'm not entirely sure. Over in mid. Towards the left. Ranish now with control. Shin is the one who's going to be trying to come up here. Untold Pain is not going to go for the same strategy. Untold Pain is actually mixing it up a little bit. Everybody up on tier 2 here, you can see that. But it's going to be Untold Pain going for Mutas. What will be the response from Ranish trying to fight against Mutas? It's going to be Queens. He's going to try to play the survivability game. And then he's going to go Hydras on the back line. Now the problem here is you got to be careful. These layer Mutalisks can start to stack up, but they can make short work of all these different units. But look at Strifecrow. Strifecrow with these DTs is able to put a lot of pressure on up on front. It's going to be Kerrigan, who's going to get hit pretty quick there. No problem. Now we have all these, oh, nice spread actually. You see that great spread from Frennick. He knows if he keeps these spread out, the Mutas are not going to get that glaive bouncing. That glaive bouncing is not going to actually do as much damage. Game number 1 of Grand Finals is going to set the tone and the pace. And there we see the glaive upgrade come in. The glaive upgrade. We are going to see a very strong Muta presence from Untold Pain. Shots coming from the back. This is not too good, not looking too good. Kerrigan not going to do too well against these Mutas early. And maybe actually, I may have misspoken. Control's going to go over to the right side. Control's going to go to our team on top. Man, Corsairs are so good. I said that Abathur would struggle with Kerrigan early, but it's actually the opposite. Abathur taking control with these layer Mutalisks early. Got to look here. Storm trying to come up here with the Hydralisks. It's going to be Kerrigan hopping actually back over, trying to actually keep control in mid, but at the same time not give it up to the opponent. Nice move there. Great move. Get these dead out in front. Now Kerrigan to add all this damage, gets the heal as well. This is going to go poorly for Dahaka, and now the pressure is coming from the from Team Ram Ranch Cowboys. Let's take a look at our income right here. We have 2, 1, and 2. Even with 1, 1, and 1. Even with the losing of mid, they still gas. They still see the importance of getting that gas and staying on point. They melt through the Mutas. Strifecrow always doing such a good job with Vorazun, making sure to get up here as soon as possible. I imagine this detector is going to go down quite quickly, and if that detector goes down, that means they aren't going to be able to see the DTs. The DTs, it doesn't really matter. They absolutely eat alive all of those units. Now the ability to take back mid and put some pressure on for themselves. First game of the best of 3 in the grand finals here for $1,500. Guys, these guys are playing for quite a bit of money. Who's going to be the one to hold on? Over towards the left. It's going to be Shin. Shin trying to put some pressure on. Nice job with the overcharge on Phoenix. That's going to let him get through Dahaka. No problem in theory. There it is. And now this is going to stack up right here. 2 Vipers already up. Tier 3 has been engaged for Storm. And Untold Pain has also gone up to Tier 3. The entire team is Tier 3. All of them. All Tier 3, all trying to put on some pressure. Will they be able to keep up the pressure, though? That's the question. Strife Crow comes in, doing such a good job of putting pressure on here. This actually could be damage on the bunker. Will the damage be done? It's already taken a hit on the shields. They're trying to survive as much as possible, and it looks like nothing is going to be happening there, but that pressure has got to be a little bit exhausting. Primal Worms come up. Frennick trying to do a good job, keep Dahaka's power going, get all these Hydralisks out on the outside. They're doing a nice little job concave around Phoenix. Phoenix is gonna go down pretty quick here. Nice last shot to help. And now, it's the Mutas. What's the answer for the Mutas again? It's gonna be Queens up front with the Hydras behind. Now the Queens are gonna soak quite a bit of damage. And that's exactly what they're hoping to do. They're also gonna put out quite a bit of damage as well. And look at this, he's actually doing a really good job against the Mutas. Look at this, he actually gets through the Mutas. Once through the Mutas, the Vipers aren't gonna stay up very long, and the pressure is on. Torasks are gonna come out, the Ultralisks for the front line for Storm. Is it gonna be enough though? Disruption webs come down, the micro's too good. Oh my God, Strife Crow. The micro from Strife Crow is absolutely insane. We're getting a look at his perspective right here as he puts some pressure onto the bunker, but it's just not quite enough. What's going to be the addition here? He's adding Void Rays. Void Rays is the addition. Interesting there. Going for the Void Ray. The pressure's still on here. Frennick doing a great job with these Hydras. The Void Rays are going to sit behind and do a lot of damage from afar, especially once you get the Prismatic upgrade that lets them add range the longer they attack. Ranish doing his best against these Mutas and doing quite a good job indeed. I'm not sure. He's actually going to keep going Mutas, it looks like. Untold Pain, not really sure what he's going to do. He's going to switch the formation. I like that. I like that mix-up. These Ultras die immediately with the Disruption Web. What great play and great micro here from Strife Crow. And he has these Void Rays that are going to attack from so far away. Putting some pressure on the bunker. Bunker is getting pretty low. 555. They've actually broken through the shield as well. Can't quite get a cannon for his hard work. But that wave, they eat on the Colossus. The flame on the front line of Adepts. This could be a bunker going down. Is this going to be a bunker going down? Phoenix is so thick. The answer is no. Phoenix saves that entire situation just by having more life than is necessary. Holy smokes, Phoenix. Doing work here. Keeping them alive. Mutas and Vipers trying to move forward. Are they going to be able? The Vipers cast these blinding clouds. That actually holds them off for quite a while. Mutalisks are going to go down. Now we get into, actually, the fact that the Mutalisks went down, they're able to actually kill some of these. That's going to mean Strife Crow is going to come in here and do an immense amount of damage. We actually could see this go down. We could see a bunker down here. Look at this. They're able to come straight in here. Nobody's able to protect this. It's at 5. It's at 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, dead. The old guard continues to guard. They're called that for a reason. They get the bunker kill, the first bunker kill of Grand Finals, just under 10 minutes in game number 1. Will they be able to turn it into some momentum? Well, all I know is they're already all at 3 gas. They're already all at 3 gas. Will we see anybody drop a 4th at the 10-minute mark? Let's find out. Let's find out. And 10. Any immediate drops? No. No, 3's enough for now, they say. 3's enough for now. Let's not get carried away. Ram Ranch Cowboys have got to come up with something because they are unable. They're down on income. They're down on controlling mid, and they aren't winning the fights. Somehow Team Old Guard just puts this together so well. They do such a good job. Look at this. Even with this situation, even with with nothing really on the ground to help deal with this, the Void Rays are just doing so much work. And look at this. They've recognized that there's not a lot for the Void Rays that's going to challenge the Void Rays here. This is going to be everything dying in the Vortex. A great job getting this stack. This stack is going to push all the way up front to the Planetary. Will they be able to get through the Mutas, though? The Blinding Clouds let the Mutas get free reign over all of these anti-air units. And it's the Roaches just kind of meandering forward. Ranish gonna come in here. Plenty of Queens and plenty of Hydras. Will they be able to keep it up? That's the question. Will they be able to keep up this pressure? Nice little flame here from Frennic. Frennic's Dahaka somehow still alive. You can see tier 2 for Frennic. Frennic's been on tier 1 for 11 and a half minutes. Finally getting tier 2. And the pressure's on. We could see game 1 go down. We could see game 1 go down. Are you kidding me? Is this game 1 being out of here? Is this Dahaka? Is this Strife Crow? Is that game 1? Wow. Incredible play. And game 1 goes to Strife Crow, Frennic, and Ranish. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Old Guard looks absolutely unstoppable. Are they going to be back-to-back champions? They very well could be. We might be seeing our first back-to-back champions. Oh my goodness. That was something else. Wow. Incredible play there. We'll get into game number 2 here. This is a best of 3 series. What kind of adjustments do you think they'll make here? That's the question. What kind of a thought process are they going to go into to try to move forward? Because it just seems like you get a little bit too far behind trying to play. You can't play keep up with Team Old Guard. You can't play keep up with Team Old Guard. That's not the way it works. You have to get out on the front foot, and you have to keep it there. They do not let up. They find the weakness. They make the tech switch. They get into the units, and right now, Team Old Guard looks unstoppable. Looks absolutely unstoppable. So the question now: will there be a change-up? Will there be a change-up on commanders? Strife Crow seems. I mean, so if Magic, Shin, and Untold Pain are knowing what they're going to be playing, Strife Crow has been playing Vorzun almost exclusively. You have Frennic on Dahaka, and you have Ranish on Kerrigan. That combination seems to be working very well for them. So if you're Magic Card Shin and Untold Pain, you might be thinking about that. Untold Pain playing the Abathur, and it went well early on in the game, but then the tide just turned. You got Shin on Phoenix, and that once again was going really well early game. Their early game seemed pretty strong, but it just couldn't quite hold it together. As we wait for them to join up, hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Feel free to check out the Discord. I did post a link a little while ago. I'm going to post the link again. Or actually, the link comes up at the end of the game, doesn't it? Yeah, I think it does. Anyway, yeah, feel free to join the Discord. We would love to have you. We would absolutely love to have you guys. Everybody's welcome. Great discussion. Great community to talk about the game, talk about strategy, talk about different things that are going on. Want to remind everybody we are on a delay to prevent cheating and try to keep the game as fair as possible. But alas, we're going into game number 2. Are we going to have back-to-back champions? Or will we crown a new champion? Will Magic Card Shit and Untold Pain of Ram Ranch Cowboys make the change necessary? $1,500 on the line, guys. This ain't no tea party. It's game time. I would be really interested to see if Storm, Shin, and Pain try to come up with some kind of aggressive strategy as we open up the game here. Because they just didn't quite have the oh, there it is, boom, love it. They gas immediately. All 6 players gas immediately. Let's see if it's the same. Stukov! Oh my god, they double Stukov with Abathur? What? Ranish, they've switched it up over here too. Ranish on Dahaka. Double Dahaka here with Vorazun still as well. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, double Stukov. I don't think I've seen Stukov, I think maybe once in the previous game, but double Stukov. This is going to be interesting. Plus Ranish switching over to Dahaka to try to mix it up for the opponent. Double Dahaka versus double Stukov. I don't know if that goes well for Stukov, if I'm being totally honest. But they're going to start with the infested bunker. Be interesting to see. We have 2 tier 2s so far. They are currently giving control over to Team Old Guard. Control to Old Guard. 3 tier 2 upgrades. Finally, Dahaka does drop. That's why this pops up. So both Dahakas drop at the same time. Here comes the infested bunkers. Are they good enough to hold out front? That's the question. Against Strife Crow? Yeah, maybe. But they got to get detection. And that is something they do not have right now. It's Abathur and 2 Stukovs. Mid control, boom, does go over to Ram Ranch Cowboys, but not for long. Immediately back to the other side, and Strife Crow does have some help here. Shin's gonna take to the air, takes to the skies with the Banshees, which are doing a lot of damage actually, and they're gonna be untouched. Despite this back here, this will be dealt with, and then you have these Banshees. Is there anything that can deal with them? They're gonna have to use the Primal Worm, which they do. Dahaka with the eat really quickly on one of them. They can kill this in time. They'll actually be, nope, they drop the second one. No problem. They go double Dahaka just to make sure there's no problems here. Tier 3. Tier 3 for Shin. What is Shin's plan here? Tier 3 Stukov. He might just be going for queens. If I'm thinking it's the right thing. I think it's queens, right? Tier 3 for Stukov, I believe, is queens. These Banshees able to do a lot, but they are losing so much control. So much control here. Look, 2, 1, and 2 already behind on the gas count. They went for that early gas, but they haven't followed it up. These Banshees go down very quickly. Nothing to see here. Game 2 of this grand finals, ladies and gentlemen. What is gonna happen? Untold Pain gonna go ahead and try to put the pressure on here with some Mutalisks. Very curious to see what is the tier 3 unit of choice. It's just more infested oh no, just replacing them and then building some more of them. But went up to tier 3, very interesting. We'll have to keep our eyes on tier 3, why that mattered or why they were interested in doing that. Tier 3 here as well for our Storm, for one of our Stukov players. Bull Stukov is actually going up to tier 3. So far, absolutely unable to hold any of this wave coming at them. The mix-up on the double Dahaka is enough to put pressure on, and is this going to be enough to actually take out the base? They're trying to keep it alive. It's going down slowly but surely. 100 is down to 50, it's down to 40 almost. It's so close, it's almost going down there. They're shooting at it. The Void Rays are continuing the damage, and it goes down. The Void Rays able to just do the most consistent damage there and just outlive the buff that was supposed to keep that alive. Everything coming up. Team Old Guard right now. Mutas come in, trying to destroy this army, but Dahaka stands strong. Strife Crow building Stalkers. Not something we've seen him build any of in this entire tournament so far. Are we gonna see back-to-back champions? There it is, Storm finally with the queens. I was wondering, when were the Brood Queens gonna come out here? They come out now. Is it enough? Is it too little too late? They're getting pressured so much on their back line, they're just unable to do anything about it. Brood Queen behind for Shin. Shin still chipping away with these. Primal Worm comes up for the detection. They're gonna be able to do a lot of damage though with all of these. This Queen is able to do a little bit of damage as well. I don't know if they have the spawn broodlings ability yet or not. The burrow on these is actually gonna keep them alive, maybe, not for long though. Dahaka and Strife Crow have managed to team up together. They're doing a lot of damage now to these Mutalisks for Abathur. Actually, Abathur's Muta is not able to hold them apart. Oh, that was so smart. Primal Worm went up just behind them to keep them, make them disengage their current target. And now the pressure. This might just be enough. This might just be enough. Is it gonna be enough? Are these queens gonna die? I don't think so. I don't think it'll be enough. Queens will die, certainly. They will be able to tickle the fortress a little bit. Oh, nope, no tickle. Nothing at all. And now we have that Spawn Broodling's ability, getting rid of some of the units here, but it might just not be enough, and it isn't. It isn't. The pressure here coming from this Team Old Guard. 3, 2, and 3. They're putting on the pressure on income. They're putting on the pressure on the map. The Planetary Fortress is trying to hold on as much as possible. But we are seeing Frantic as the Haka come through, and they are finally going to tickle that Planetary Fortress. Damage coming in from the right side. It is being ignored. This may be your champion. Do we have back-to-back champions? It is getting close. They are finally going to use the contamination to save the Planetary Fortress and try to keep its health up as much as possible. As you do see it climbing here, it does heal for 500. 1858. They have got to hold on a little bit more than they are right now. This is a little bit too close for comfort if you're them, I'll tell you that much. The shots coming in here on the right side. Actually, this pushback here from the from Ram Ranch Cowboys, pretty good. Pretty good pushback. Here's tier 2 for purple. That is Ranish, who's been playing, who has been playing Kerrigan, but this game decided to switch over to Dahaka. Smart play gives a little bit of confusion for the enemy if they thought you were going to be playing the same thing. Damage up front on the mutas. Can these mutas finally get through? There is enough of them to get through, and they do. And they do. And how? These mutas are doing such a good job of keeping Ram Ranch Cowboys alive. But is it going to be enough? We're at the 8-minute mark. Pressure and income has been in favor of Team Old Guard for so long, and they do such a good job with their tech switches. All these spawn broodlings are going to be super annoying. But is it enough? Do you keep stacking up the queens? Do you keep stacking up the queens to get as many spawn broodlings as possible? Or is that just end up not going to have the utility? Is that going to end up not giving the utility late in the game? Right now, it looks like it's doing a great job. A bunch of Banshees. Tier 3 here for Untold Pain. Going up to tier 3. Going to start to get those Vipers and start to get them stacked with the bio. All this damage coming out in the air. They actually don't have anything that views these Banshees. These Banshees have free reign right now, and they're just gonna give up on this wave. Oh, finally, there's the Primal Worm. Does come in time to kill all of those. But the issue here right now is not that Ram Ranch Cowboys are destroying these waves, is that they can't get past mid. And without getting past mid, they're just gonna keep giving up control. Control here, as you can see, just continues to go in favor of Team Old Guard. They are not even close to losing mid control. And as it stands, they're just gonna keep, look at this, they're just keep building on their lead. 3, 3, and 3 gas. We're coming up on the 10-minute mark when that 4th gas unlocks. Will they go 4th gas here? I would not be surprised to see all of them drop 4th gas. With how well this is going so far, this is a sick vortex. This might just give them a little bit of an edge here. They all go down. They're gonna be able to get some pressure on this. Is it gonna be enough? Abathur does use the self-saving ability to try to keep this alive, and it looks like it will work. Well done and well used. Counters the vortex perfectly. They will stay alive for now, but Dahaka is on the loose. Dahaka up here in front. All these Hydras are up and targeting. Are they going to be able to actually take this down? They use a second one. There's the second one used. Stukov, I'm sorry, it's Stukov that's using this, not Abathur. It's Stukov. The problem with the queens right now is they can't get through using their abilities. There's not enough energy on them. So the energy is coming out. Like they have a bunch of energy they're starting with, but then they aren't able to use their abilities fast enough because they aren't staying alive fast enough. They need more of a buffer in front of them, I think. Plus, when all these banshees go cloak, if they're cloaked and they can't be seen, the queens get targeted and they just die. So you can see here, the Corsairs, scan comes down. Corsairs trying to do a lot of damage. These banshees actually starting to live a little bit here. They're starting to stack up. This is a smart play here, getting these siege units out in the back, but is it going to be enough? It might be too little too late. All these mutants are going to have to come out and do massive amounts of damage. The Vipers cast the blinding clouds, which is exactly what they needed. The tank lived, but not for long. They're actually doing damage. Dahaka getting some strikes in here as well. And we do see the planetary fortress down to 13, down to 12. And it will stop at 12. Keep in mind, Stukov can heal this back up with one of the abilities. But the pressure here, 4, 3, and 4. I told you, I would not be surprised if they went for 4. They are so in control right now of mid, so in control of the income. Are they going to be able to hold on? We're going to keep our eye on the planetary fortress health right here. The shield slowly going back up. They're doing a pretty good job of trying to keep these at bay. All these siege lines, these siege tanks are trying to shoot. They shoot out the volatile infested, which are basically banelings, if you want to think of them that way. But they also have a root ability where they can't attack. But this looks like a dangerous spot for the planetary fortress. It's at 12. Everything is coming in here. Is this going to be back-to-back champions, ladies and gentlemen? This may just be it. We're looking at the planetary. It's at 6. It's at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back-to-back tournament champions. Team Old Guard have done it. They have done it. They have proven they set the competitive meta in this game. Ranish, Strifecrow, Freddick with substitute mems are absolutely unstoppable and have not dropped a single game in either tournament. Best of 3 finals, they go 2-0. They win every other game. Some of which in convincing fashion. What a game and what a play. Strifecrow, Freddick, and Ranish, congratulations.